Hello YouTube, this is Slade Bolin here with another review for you today. This time we're going to be reviewing the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch Master Yoda. Now this figure came today, and obviously it's Yoda, which is my favorite Jedi, so feel like this review is just for me. Well, getting on to the terms of detailing of the box, of course you have the traditional Black Series box. And here you got Star Wars The Black Series, along with Yoda's name, which of course is number 6 of this figure line. Getting a nice good window packaging of the figure here, and all of his accessories. And at the top right corner, you have a very good picture of Master Yoda as he appeared in Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, as well as Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Turning the box over on the back, you get a nice picture of Luke Skywalker with Yoda on his back. If you remember that scene when they were training, at the top here has a little description of Master Yoda. Of course, if you want to pause the video and read that, you most surely can, because I don't feel like reading it at this time. But yeah, this figure, I purchased this figure off of Amazon for around 23 bucks. Of course, it wasn't, depending on where you buy it from, it might be more, but I picked up a figure on a very good deal. And of course, all these accessories here I'll be going through and when I open them out of the box, so stick around for that. And here we have Yoda out of the box, and I must say that he looks relatively good for a figure. Now, I have a few qualms about this figure, which I'm going to get into in a few minutes, but first off, a serious note, this figure is quite small. And I mean, of course they made Yoda, Yoda was shorter than the other characters in Star Wars, and about this figure is around 3 inches as opposed to the traditional 6-inch line of the figures. So let's say if you place them next to a figure such as Obi-Wan or Anakin, they'll probably go up to about their thigh. And as per movie, he is a relatively good figure. Now, getting into the overall figure itself, I feel like it has a really good likeness to Yoda from the movies. After all, they did use a puppet Yoda in the original trilogy, but they switched to CGI in the prequels, and of course this one is meant to be off of the peppered version from the original trilogy, so of course they tried to mimic it looking similar between that and the mixture of the CGI, which I think is really good. Getting into the overall paint apps, one of the qualms I have about the figure, first of all, is about the paint apps on the hair. I don't really think Yoda had that much hair in The Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. I think his hair was a little bit more on the thinning side, as well as it was in the prequels. It was much more thinning, like he did not have all of this hair on the back of his head. Another very good qualm I have is about the face overall. The face looks kind of derpy to me, but obviously with a Black Series figure, you're not going to get much really good details in it, as opposed to if you get like a Hot Toys figure or something. Getting into the overall articulation of the figure, it has a swivel head, of course, but it's very hard to do. The head can go up and down somewhat, not much, I must say. He does have an ab crunch, which is a really good detail. He has outward, up and down arms, and that's about the limit they can go. His arms can bend at the elbows, as well as his arms have swivel wrists, as well as a little bit of a pivot wrist. I don't say for the other arm. For his legs, he has a standard outward and in leg motion, although it cannot go out much. Unfortunately, his legs do not bend at the knee, but instead they do have a swivel at the legs, as well as a swivel at the feet, and the semi-ankle pivot. As I said, this figure is quite small, so of course it doesn't have as much articulation as the standard 6-inch figures. But I think what's lacking in the figure, I believe they really made up for in the accessories. The first accessories Yoda comes with, he comes with, of course, his iconic cane that you see him use in the film to, of course, walk around and lead Luke to his hut. And overall, the cane has some very nice detailing. Nice, beautifully. It's a simple cast molded accessory, of course. He also comes with this snake. I, of course, don't remember the snake being in the movie. Maybe it was in his hut or something. I don't know. But, of course, he comes with a snake. And the snake is flexible. I don't know if there's a wire in there or something. It doesn't seem like it for this one. But, of course, the snake has some very nice detailing on it. Sorry, I don't know if you can see it because of my lighting, but the snake has very good detailing on it in terms of how it's painted. Little red streaks on it. It even has eyes, and it has an underbelly, which I think is a really good detail. Now, a little bit more on the weird side. In the original trilogy, I don't remember Yoda ever showing off his lightsaber like he did in the prequels. But strange as it is, even though this figure is based off of the figure from The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, they also featured his lightsaber for this figure line. Now, obviously, I'm not complaining. It's just that if you watched the original story, the original trilogy, you know that Yoda not once used his lightsaber like he used in the prequels. Which I kind of find this a little bit awkward, but of course I still love the lightsaber nonetheless. Of course it is a little bent, which unfortunately I do not like that much. And as always for these types of Black Series figures, the blade is of course removable. Which strange enough is really removable on his, so I have to worry about not losing it. See if I can plug it in there. Okay. Overall detailing on the lightsaber, let's see if I can get the focus with my hand. Come on. There we are. Overall detailing of the lightsaber, it's pretty good. It has very nice paint apps on it. Nice touches of silver and black around the hilt, of course, and on the guards, as well as the little black, looks like activation switch on there. Of course, a nice translucent green blade, as well as all figures that come with the translucent lightsaber blades. And yeah. As I said, this figure is relatively small for a Black Series figure. To add to comparison for this figure, I'm going to be pairing him next to my Star Wars The Black Series Anakin Skywalker figure. And of course, you see the dramatic difference in terms of height for these figures, with Yoda reaching up to Anakin's thigh. As I said, Yoda was small for a character in the Star Wars trilogies, so of course they had to make his figure somewhat at the par of how he looked in the movies. Now obviously I'm not complaining about Yoda's height, obviously, because Yoda of course is short, but I just wished the only things I really do not like about this figure are probably the limitations in articulation, as well as some of the paint apps on Yoda's hair and his overall face. His face was kind of derpy. But yeah, I better view Yoda without the weird lighting angles. And yeah. Of course, my screen turned off, sorry. But of course, if you liked this video, don't forget to leave a like. And of course subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. And may the Force be with you.